Hello you guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to have you here. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the WFABB team. Once again, a couple weeks ago, I actually put these, I screenshotted all of these videos and I put them to the side. And I was like, you know what? Christmas week will be the week I talk about this. So today we have a WFABB top fails. And these top fails are literally all about these top leaders. I think I have 4 or 5 of them. So if you guys watched the team call video from last week that me and Isabella reacted to, it's essentially those top leaders that I am reacting to today that I got screen recordings from a couple weeks ago. So these are all the videos from the first time all of these girls went on Instagram after they were exposed by Kelly, and essentially what they tried to say to cover it up, or as I like to say, saving themselves. So let's see what it is they have to say. We're going to start with the top of the top leader. We have about 10 minutes of this, just hers. So buckle in, get your coffee, get your popcorn, and let's see what she has to say about her transition to iGenius and what she told social media.
Hello everybody, I'm back. I missed you guys a lot. I feel like I haven't been on here in so long. It's been like a week since I've been like off the grid. And that's the longest I've been offline for over 2 years. So I know that a lot of you guys noticed and you guys were asking questions, what's been going on. Now you guys know where we're headed. WFABB is on a new journey. We're headed into a different direction. And I know you guys have been hearing a lot of things online, a lot of assumptions, a lot of rumors, like crazy rumors. And it's been kind of driving you guys a little insane. So I'm here today to just put everything in check so that you guys know exactly what we're about to do here, okay?
What was rumored or lied about? I know she's talking about commentary from the anti-MLM realm. I know I didn't lie about anything. I had actual screen recordings of what this person was saying. Everything Kelly stated about what WFABB was doing and what Jasmine was doing, moving the team to iGenius, came true. Every single thing. So nothing was rumored. It was just expressed in a way that they didn't like. It was just an honest, this is what's going on. They're moving to iGenius, and then everyone dived into that, and a lot of the people in their teams ended up exposing, screen recordings, team calls, links, sending us links to calls, which is exactly how we got into calls and stuff like that. So in my opinion, everything was what it is. We watched what came out of their mouths, and everything that has happened in the past couple weeks has been true.
So yes, I am leaving money. It's really hard for me to say this. This is actually one of the hardest videos that I'm making right now, just because I wish I just didn't have to explain myself, and I just but I know I owe it to you guys and an explanation, and I'm here to tell you guys, money has changed my life. I have nothing bad to say about them. Products, I will be somebody's best customer because I will continue to use these products. The people in this company, amazing. I've created friendships in this company that genuine friendships that I've never had before in my past. The branding, everything that Money stands for, I love, and I will never take that away from them. So with that being said, WFABB is on a new journey. When one door closes, another one opens. And
so she said that Monet changed her life and that she has nothing bad to say about them. But literally in the team call last week, a lot of these top people shit on Monet. They stated, well, I dropped rank. None of my team was happy, even though on social media, they are pretending and lying to everybody on social media about how everyone was happy and everyone was making money. And then even Dre said that, in the call last week that we reacted to, she said that they only had 4 people who got to be 6-figure earners. 4 people out of everyone they would talk about and everyone they would pretend were top leaders. They did the whole yacht thing I reacted to, where they were on yachts and they said all of us paid for it because we're all top earners. But they already said last week that they're not. So here she's trying to say I have nothing bad to say, but then on calls on the back end, she does have bad things to say, like, well, none of us were happy. I seen it with my own eyes. I opened my eyes to Monat and what was going on and how none of my team was being successful in her eyes. So it's funny, the facade that these individuals will put on, and it's common in multi-level marketing companies. It's a common thing taught to reps, how to act on social media versus how they will act behind the scenes. I've seen it. I've been in an MLM. Yeah, it's just interesting how they talk on social media versus in these team calls.
The thing is that a lot of the times, a lot of people usually have 2D vision, where they just look left or right and that's it. But as someone who is leading a massive organization or is, building a massive empire, you need to have 5D vision. You need to be able to look left, right, up, down, all around in all angles. And so that time came for us to really think outside the box. And a lot of the times people don't understand the greater cause. Most people don't understand the greater cause of everybody winning.
So here we have the 2D vision again and the 5D vision, front, back, left, right, all around, future, past. I don't even know what it is that she's trying to say, but it's very just demeaning to me how she says these things like, oh, well, none of you guys can do this, right? None of you guys have 5D vision, but me, I run this organization, so I have the 5D vision that thinks about everyone. In my opinion, their move to iGenius was not something that was about everybody. It was about them. Once Jasmine, or I'm just going to say Jay, it's just easier to say. Once Jay stated and seen that she dropped rank, which means she dropped income, she brought it up to her team, aka all of these top leaders. Hey, we should leave this MLM and go to another one. Then we should cross recruit, which is not allowed in Monat. People have been sued for cross recruiting in multi-level marketing companies before by the MLM. But then they cross recruited, took over 70 people from Monat, brought them over to iGenius, where the starter kit is $1,000, like to get started with iGenius, it's $1,000. So people had to leave Monat, join iGenius, spend $1,000. They then made the money off of all of those people initially, which was probably more money than she was currently making because she was dropping rank and everything like that. So no, it wasn't about everybody. It was about what can the uplines now do and how can they make more money. And it's funny how probably this whole time, and we know this whole time with Monat and WFABB, this team, that their downlines were struggling. We had Kelly, who was stating that she just wasn't feeling like it, right? She wasn't in the MLM at that moment. She wasn't feeling like putting her all into it. And then she got yelled at and berated and thrown out of groups, and nobody can talk to her. And all of these things happened to her because she was saying that Monat wasn't giving what she wanted it to give. But now that this chick is saying it, the top leader, everything is good. Everyone can now move. Now she has 5D vision and everybody else has 2D vision. It's just weird how it all has come to light and how other people in the downline were struggling, and then they would be blamed. They would be blamed like, you're not doing enough. Oh, we're kicking you out of groups because what you do on day one isn't what you need to prove to me today. I'll put in a clip right here of exactly what Jasmine said with her 2-minute voice memo to Kelly.
And in regards to you getting taken out of the group chats, it's the reason for that is because you are so hot and cold. You are hot and cold, okay? You're telling me you're all in, and then you go and you are telling Daniela, oh, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. First of all, you do know that's your downline, right? So again, leadership thrown out the window, okay? And then, you're telling her you don't know and this and this and that. And then people are showing me that you're doing crypto now or whatever. I don't even know what you're doing. And so it's very on and off. Like, I don't know where your head's at. And instead of talking to me and communicating with me and being honest with how you feel, you go and you tell your downline instead. Right? So you know what happens. Like, when people are hot and cold, they get And that's exactly what happened. And this is, again, so that you can be aware, I'm having a business conversation with you. This has nothing to do with our friendship. Okay? Nothing. And I see you posting subliminals about this and that and that. Like, I know you're in your feelings. Trust me. I know it's not easy to take this on, but you fail to be aware of yourself and the things that you have done. Like, can you honestly tell me that you have been putting in massive work, just like how Sabrina was doing? It has nothing to do with you being here at the beginning. You are not taking responsibility. What you're doing is you are acting on your rights. Like, I have a right to be here because I did it at the beginning with Jasmine. You don't get recognized for what you did 2 years ago, babe. You get recognized what you do today and every single day. And that's just how this business works.
She was like, yeah, you're not getting, gifted for what you did a year ago, even though you started WFABB with me. So now that she was struggling and she wasn't making her rank, now it's time to move and take everybody with you. While other people under you were telling you they were struggling, you were blaming them. And now you're still blaming them after you left them. It's just weird. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? It's very weird. Let's keep listening.
Okay. It's easy to think in 2D. It's easy to think black or white or black. It's easy to think left, right. What's hard is thinking outside the box.
She was thinking black and white. People weren't doing for her what she wanted them to do. They got kicked out of groups. But now that Monate wasn't serving her and making her money, she left and took everyone with her and then still blamed the downlines.
Thinking differently than the rest and not following the crowd. When something is not in alignment with the vision that you have for not just yourself but for the team, it's time to look further into what we can do to fix that. And we understood that not everybody was going to understand this move, okay? Because it's heartbreaking. It's like a breakup, like I said in my post. But like I also said, every breakup that I've been through has brought me to a better place in my life. I have elevated from every breakup that I've been through.
Okay, I want to rewind it really quick and read what's on the screen. So she goes, I understood not everyone was going to understand this move because people act on emotion and not logic. So she, again, is blaming the people under her. That, oh, you guys aren't going to understand the move, aka people in her downline and us. Well, yeah, no, we understand it. I know that you moved for greed over anything else. That's, again, just my opinion. But she's saying people are acting on emotion and not logic. She said Kelly was acting on emotion and not logic. In my opinion, Kelly just exposed what needed to be exposed when it needed to be exposed. And it opened the Pandora's box for a lot of us to get access to things that we wouldn't have, to show things that we have been talking about for a very long time that we didn't have proof on. And this team gave us all the proof just because Kelly was the one to expose it. So now everyone else is acting on emotion and not with logic, and she is.
So that being said, we're on to a path, on a journey that is in alignment with what we believe, our core values as a team, and I'm excited. Now, I know a lot of you guys are like here for the drama, here for the tea. You're not gonna get much out of me. I'm sorry. I'm not the one that's gonna feed into bullshit, because that's what it is. It's bullshit. So hate can do a lot of things to people. Hate is a mighty strong emotion. It's very destructive. And what this individual projected was, she projected in the most darkest ways. It's unfortunate, but like I said, I've said before, multiple times, you can't dwell in the fact that why people hate people, or they choose to become haters, or they choose to be negative towards people. I will never understand it, and there's no point for me to dwell into it. Just like the haters will never understand why we have so much love to give. It's just opposites. We're complete opposites, okay? So that's why I chose to hold my posture. I will never let anyone take me out of character. My values are way too strong. I know who I am as a person. I don't need to be validated by anybody because I validate myself every morning. I know who I am. I know my intentions. I know my heart. And I know that people are going to judge you anyways. Whether you do nothing with your life, people are going to judge you. Whether you do something impactful and empowering with your life, people are still going to have something to say, and they're still going to judge you. So might as well give them something to judge about. You will never be able to please everybody. It's just how it is. People are battling their own demons, going through their own pain, and people project this every single day. And you have to know this, that everything that has been projected to you negatively has nothing to do with you.
Okay, so she's saying, like, on the screen, people are going through their own pain and project that. So she was like, oh, we're not in it for the tea, whatever. And she's talking about Kelly. She's essentially saying what Kelly did was hateful, and she has hate inside of her, and she moves with love only. If I was in Kelly's position and I didn't have anybody backing me up, I would feel so mentally drained, because you sit here and all you do is show screenshots, right? That's what Kelly did. She just showed, hey, this is what happened. This is what I said to this person. This is what she said to me. She turned around and then wanted me to join her crypto team after she just did this to me a week ago. But now they're on social media saying I'm a hateful person, and all of these things that they are saying about her is just trying to get her to question herself and get Kelly to question her own mentality and have Kelly question her own intentions, when we could see Kelly's intentions was to just expose the bullshit that happened to her. So I just dislike the way that MLMs and people within MLMs are really taught, oh, we move with love, y'all move with hate. Anyone who doesn't believe in our company, who makes content about us, or that uses us as an example of what not to do, y'all are hateful people. And I don't believe that. I don't think people who expose things or make commentary are hateful individuals. I know for myself, I don't hate this person. I don't hate anybody on this team. I just want to show people what truly happens behind the scenes in these MLMs. And that's why I'm going over all of these top fails with you guys, because my main objective with the WFABB team was to show, hey, this is what they present on social media, but this is what's going on behind the scenes. Because with MLMs, this is happening everywhere. If people think that this is just one team doing it, they've got another thing coming, because there's a lot of other teams doing what this team has done. Whether it's, moving to another MLM in the way that they did, or the way that they treat their downlines versus how they act on social media, all MLMs are doing this with top teams. So my goal is to show, hey, this is pretty much what's going on behind the scenes, but this is also what they're saying online, to their social media platforms. This is what they're not showing. Like this individual and nobody else that I'm talking about today showed what they did behind the scenes. They didn't show the team call. They didn't show the screen recordings of them berating their downlines. They didn't show any of that. But they're all on social media with a smile on their face talking about how they move with love and everyone else moves with hate, etc. So that's what I want to talk about. That's what I want to show. So for me, it's not hate. It's, hey, we're trying to show what really goes on with MLMs, and you're just a great ass example of how to show that.
But everything to do with them and the pain that they are going through. So the third thing that I want to address, not like you guys don't already know because someone spilled the beans already, but it's coming out of my mouth officially. Yes, we are getting into the crypto space, okay? And I've heard some things where people are like, shampoo girls turning into fake crypto experts. Listen, guys, I don't want to be an expert, all right? If you guys don't know me, you guys should already know that I don't like to be inconvenienced. That's the reason why I became an entrepreneur, so that I can have the freedom to be able to pay for things so I don't have to be inconvenienced. I have a personal trainer. I don't want to learn how to use certain things on my own. Like, I just tell me what to do and I'm going to do it just so that I can get the results. Same thing with this, guys. I love the idea of investing and making my money grow for me. Okay, I have made a lot of money in the past 2 years, but I've also spent a lot of money.
Okay, so right here, she says, I've made a lot of money, but I've spent a lot of money. Yes, this is a point I've been trying to prove for a very long time. So when she was in her MLM, they were always talking about the fact that they were making so much money. They were at the top and everyone needed to be at the top with them and how everyone should be doing this. But now that she has left the company, she's, throwing in little things here and there that solidify what it is that I have been talking about with MLMs. So when I speak about MLMs, I do talk to you guys about how when you are in the MLM, even if you make, let's say, $1,000 in a year, you are not looking at what it is that you have spent your money on. And this is something I did not do in my MLM, nor was I taught to do this. I was kind of taught to just keep spending money. And I know people on her team have just taught people like, oh, you need to invest now and the investment will come back to you. So for her, she is saying, hey, I maybe have made, for example, $1 million because I was in the top percent, but I also spent a lot of money. And that's what they don't talk about when they're in the MLM. They don't talk about the fact that how much did she spend? I wonder, because they went on yachts. They've done so many things. They have bought luxury items. If you look behind her, she has a bunch of Louis Vuittons behind her. I sit here and I just say, yes, I am validated in what I've been saying about the fact that people spend a lot more than they make in an MLM. And a lot of the times they don't actually look at that. Like in MLMs, let me know in the comments down below if your MLM taught you this, if you've been in an MLM before, but they normally don't teach you, hey, let's look at what I've spent my money on versus what it is that I'm making every month. Let's see my profit and then let's move forward. Because if they did teach people this, and if people were taught to do this, I don't think many people would stay as long as they do, because they would realize that they are losing a lot of money. But what happens is, especially in Monet, they will talk about, well, oh, we get paid every week. We get paid like 5 times a month. But I find that a way for, and this is again, just my opinion, I think that MLMs pay their reps so many times in a month, like every week, so that their MLM reps can believe that they are making more than what it is they actually are making. And then they could post how many paychecks a month. You could post 4 to 5 paychecks a month because you're getting paid every week, but they're not posting, hey, I just spent money on this training. I just spent money on this email service. I just spent money on these ads on Instagram, even though you're not supposed to do that, but it still happens. Oh, I just spent money on this yacht. I just spent money on all of these things. Like they don't talk about their expenses. So she's proving that yes, she did spend a lot of money. The second thing she's talking about is, oh, I don't want to be an expert in crypto. Why wouldn't you want to be? Why wouldn't we want people who are educated in investing and educated in crypto to be teaching it? Because same thing happens with every other MLM with Monet. There should be actual people educated in hair and skin and all of that. With these fitness MLMs, there should be actual trainers who are educated on it. With crypto, there should be people who are actually educated in investing. There should be experts teaching this topic. Nobody else. And I don't know why it's such a flex that they want to make like, oh, we don't want to be expert, but they're trying to do it so that people who aren't experts join them. And that's kind of how MLMs go about it, is they have non-experts join, and then those non-experts talk about how they are non-experts that you can join too. Like, hey, you can join when I join. You can join just like me, because I wasn't an expert when I started either. So it's just a way for a non-expert to get a non-expert to join. So then they end up making money off them.
And another thing that I've been hearing a lot is that you don't need to get into network marketing to trade or to do crypto or whatever. But I'm sorry, but like, do you have to get into network marketing to sell your products? Because last time I checked, I know a lot of people that know how to, that have their own beauty products and they're not in network marketing. So I think we're very aware of that. Network marketing is a beautiful industry that amplifies an entrepreneur and boosts an entrepreneur up to have success in any industry, whether it's health and wellness, whether it's financial literacy, or whether it's in your beauty industry. So just thought I should share that. It's time to adapt, guys. Okay, crypto is the future. If you guys don't already know, I was pretty just oblivious to this world. I just recently started to get into crypto this year, just because, again, I wanted to make my money work for me. So the service that I'm currently on with, that I have partnered up with this company, I've been on it since March. I love it. I'm going to be talking more about that this week, educating you guys on what it's all about. But for now, this is just an introduction of where we're headed. Okay, guys? If you guys would like to know more information, feel free to reach out. I am going to be replying back to all your DMs. It's been crazy these past couple of days. You guys don't even know, my DMs are flooded. So I'm gonna put the the question box right down here. Message me here and I will get back to you guys, okay? I love you guys and stay tuned.
Okay, so that was the video on Jasmine's Instagram stories. So now we're going to look at Dre's clips. Hers is only 4 minutes long, so it's much shorter. But throughout all of these stories, as we switch from person to person, I want you to pay attention to what they say and how they say it, because it really reminds me of a cult and how everyone just follows the leader. Literally, all of them follow their leader. And something that people kept bringing up in my comments in last week's collab video with Isabella was that there's like a Danielle and Daniela, they're pretty much the same name, D and D. One of the Ds said, oh, when Jasmine brought this up to me. So all of them were saying that Jasmine brought up to them that they should switch to iGenius. So they all have been playing follow the leader. They all follow Jasmine to iGenius. They all followed her in the types of posts they're making. They all are following her with these Instagram stories, because all of these Instagram stories happened within the same 2 hours. So once Jasmine posted, I went to all of these people's accounts and I found it all because they posted right after her. And you can just see how they all watched Jasmine's stories and then copy and pasted. So Dre's is a little bit different, but let's see what she has to say.
Girls, for being such a beautiful part of my life. And also to every single person, whoever was in WFABB or was a part of WFABB, because you guys really truly shaped my experience here. You guys may have already realized from my little reels with the WFABB is going to be moving into the online financial markets. I'm so freaking excited. This is something that I've always wanted to dabble in, but I just never really knew how. So I did my little version of praying on it. I spoke to my clouds. You guys know every day I speak to my clouds, and my clouds guide me in the right direction. Tell me what it is that I need to do. And they really confirmed to me that this is the next step for the future of our team, for the future of what we're doing. It's where the world is headed. Everyone is just like me. I was interested in crypto. I was interested in all these online markets, but I had no freaking clue how any of it worked. And that's one thing that I love about this platform that we partnered up with. It's called iGenius. And it's basically a financial literacy platform that does a whole bunch of different things I'm going to be sharing with you guys along my journey over the next few weeks. But it basically educates you about these online markets, or it automatically trades for you as well, which is my favorite part of it, because I'm the type of person is like, yo, just tell me what to do, okay? Just like Jazz, I don't like to be inconvenienced, okay? That's exactly why Uber is so popular. You don't want to have the inconvenience of calling a taxi. It's the same thing with these markets. It automates things for you. Made me fall in love with it. It's a platform that allows average people to make money in these markets, because we all know, like we used to hear about crypto, I'm like, I know I'm missing out on some shit, but like I just don't have the time or the resources or even the patience to learn about it. But I want to take advantage of it. I want to make money with it. I just don't have the time or the resources, right? And it's exactly what we're doing here. So I'm super excited. Like I said, I followed my gut with this decision.
I think out of everybody, Dre is one of the best sellers. And in network marketing, we know that you sell two things. You sell a lifestyle to recruit sellers, and then you sell a product. Or, well, them, they're not really selling a product anymore as they were in Monet. At least they were selling a product. But now they're selling pretty much training. So iGenius will teach you how to do crypto and trade and do all of that stuff. But you can pretty much find out all that information online. I know many people who are in stocks and stuff like that who didn't pay to join. They didn't have to pay hundreds of dollars. They didn't have to pay startup fees or anything. They just Googled it and they learned and they trialed and errored. Now, I will not recommend anybody to do that here on my platform because I'm not very familiar with stocks and all of that. But what I will say is to do your own research. And if you have a little bit of extra money to be able to test things out, by all means, go for it, do you. But I know many people who have made thousands and thousands of dollars. I have people in my family who have done stocks, who have made tens of thousands of dollars doing stocks and trading and all of that. And they didn't just pay for a training. They found out how to do it themselves. They trialed, they erred because they had extra money or whatever that they wanted to use. They researched and they did a lot of research on it personally, because you could find all of this information on Google, just like you can with a lot of other things that people are selling online nowadays. But with MLMs, you can most likely learn everything that they try and teach you. So with crypto, you can learn all of that stuff yourself. Again, I'm no expert, never will be. I'm not a stocks person or anything like that, but I have a lot of people around me that have done that, and they've all taught themselves and have made a lot of money doing it. So you don't need one of these companies to do it for you. You don't need to spend $1,000 to become a rep in iGenius. You just don't need to. Oh, this part, wait for it, y'all.
I was like, yo, how are these shampoo girls now gonna be crypto experts? Listen, I'm not no crypto expert. I am a network marketer, okay? I'm not a shampoo girl. I'm not a crypto girl. I am a network marketer. That's what I am, okay? That's where my skill set was built, is in the foundation of this industry. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm in my own, listen, I don't even gotta change my bio, because it all stays the same. I'm still in the same industry. I've just switched over to a different product. That's it. So I'm super excited for this. I know that everything that I've done in the past 2 years has built me up for this moment, has built up my skill sets for this moment to help me and my team take it to the next level. Like, we were making all this money in network marketing. We're like, what do we do with it? Because we were making a lot of money, but we're also spending a lot of money, right? So I wanted to add some more investments into my portfolio, some more things where my money could be working for me.
So she's also saying what Jasmine said. Oh, we were making a lot of money, but we were spending a lot of money. We're network marketers. We're not, Monet girls or shampoo dealers or whatever it is. Have you guys ever heard that term of like, I'm just a network marketer? I've never heard that. And they're the first people I'm hearing saying it, and they're all saying it. And I'm like, is this going to become a new thing where people just MLM hop, is what I call it, where you just hop from MLM to MLM and then you say, oh, well, I'm just a network marketer. So like, I can do it all. I cannot. I don't even have any comment about that. I don't even think that's a real thing. So yeah, now that's what they're saying, y'all. So be on the lookout. They're now calling themselves network marketers versus, really going into one niche and sticking with it. But we see this with a lot of top reps. They'll move from one MLM to another. We've just never seen it at this rate where a lot of top reps on one team move and then they take a lot of people with them. We've never seen them kind of do that before. But here again, they prove my point of they do spend a lot of money and they pretty much spend what they make. So I'd be curious to know what these like women's bake statements look like, even though that is kind of weird for me to say, but I'd still be curious. Like, I'd be curious to see what were their earnings for like a month and then what did they spend that month. I'd be curious to see, would y'all? Because I know I would.
Right, because at the end of the day, you always want to have additional passive income sources. Network marketing is something that I love, that I'm so passionate about, that I think I'm probably going to do it for the rest of my life. But you always want to have other things on the side, other passive income streams on the side. And that's what made me fall in love with this company. And another thing that I really love about it is that you actually can just do it as a customer. You don't actually have to build a network marketing business. So there's a lot of, I think they have over 80% just customers. So people who are not building a network marketing business, who are not recruiting, all they're doing is they are using the financial services to make their money work for them. So I love that aspect of it as well. And I'm super excited to share more with you guys. All that being said, we are going to be having our first public launch opportunity call, okay, where it's going to be basically breaking down these services for you guys. It's going to be myself hosting alongside Jasmine, and we're going to be breaking down, all about this company, how it works, the different services that they offer, and how you can get plugged in if you're interested. So if you'd like more information on that, just drop like any emoji right here and I can give you access to the call. It's going to be tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Stay tuned. Oh, and I forgot to mention another cool part, because I know a lot of you guys follow me from India and from countries all over the world, and we are global, guys. So officially, WFABB can work with literally any country in the world. So keep that in mind as well.
So she said they're now global, but I'd be curious to see, now that they're calling themselves network marketers, do you think they'll stop calling themselves business owners? Because you put yourself in the position of you are now admitting that you are nothing more than a network marketer and MLM rep. That's it. But if you actually want to see that call, so the call that Jasmine and Dre did, which I believe Jasmine had Dre do the whole entire call. If you guys want to see that, I think Cece reacted to that. So if I can find that video, I will link it down below because I think she reacted to the whole thing. So I'll just link her video because I'm not going to be reacting to that. This is one of the last things I am doing about WFABB. I may add them clearly as individuals into separate MLM fails in the future, but now we have, I believe, Daniela, who was 8 minutes. This is pretty much a copy and paste of what Jasmine said, but it's just interesting. So I thought we might as well just watch it. I feel like you guys would want to see how these other reps at the top under Jasmine are acting. So let's watch.
Hello guys, I know that it has been a while since I've been on my stories. It's been about a week, a little bit more than a week, which is probably the longest that I've been away from my social media in the last few years. I did have some personal issues that I went through with my health, which was a little bit of a scare, but everything is okay. Thank you guys for all the kind messages that I've been receiving in regards to that. And then in terms of the last week, I know that you guys have been hearing a lot of what is coming for WFABB and this crazy transition. There has been a lot of rumors, there has been a lot of talk, and that is why I'm here, coming on here to pretty much just share this new journey and this new transition with you guys and just clear everything up for you. So first things first, yes, I am leaving Monat. It is probably the hardest decision that I've made in my entrepreneurial journey so far. I have learned so much along the way, and I'm forever grateful for everything this company has given me. The products I'm obsessed with. I am definitely going to continue to use them. There's not a hair product or skin product from a different company, brand that is ever going to touch my hair or skin. So I will be someone's very, very loyal VIP customer.
I'd be curious. Let's see in the comments down below, how long do you think it'll take for all of them to stop using Monat products? I'd be curious to see what y'all think. I believe Isabella and me said 3 months on the call last week. I just don't think they will continue to use the products or buy the products at the price that the products are at now that they have completely gotten out of Monat.
But in terms of the friends that I've met along the way and everything that this company has introduced me to, the people, I am forever grateful to come across paths. You have changed my life and impacted me in more ways than I can even express to you. And it's just been such an incredible journey and such a beautiful stepping stone into the next direction of my life, which I am super excited to share with you guys. So with that being said, WFABB is on a new journey and I'm so excited. And the thing is when you are an entrepreneur, you constantly need to be thinking 5 steps ahead.
You're not an entrepreneur, you're a network marketer, right?
And not just for yourself, but for the better of the organization, for the team, how things are going to pan out. And, when you're running a massive organization and building and helping other people build at the same time, you need to have a different type of vision. It's so easy to see things as black and white, but the way I like to see things is that I like to see things in color, right? I am a very black and white person with certain things, but when it comes to my vision, when it comes to my goal, I know that there's not always one solid road to get there. There's so many different directions that you can take that are going to help your vision come to life. Now, we knew that not everybody was going to understand this move, and that's okay. At the end of the day, you need to do what you feel like is best for your vision. And
okay, everyone doesn't understand because they have never ever truly expressed why. So even on the call we watched last week where they announced to their team, they shut their comments off. What else did they do? People were literally writing signs, like trying to ask questions, and they were getting kicked out of the call and having to join again and kicked out and join again and kicked out and join again. They was all blaming the victims of this MLM of Monat, and that was it. They literally never ever sat down and said, the truth of, hey, and this is what I think the truth is based on what they're saying. Like, hey, Monet, like, fucking sucked. Like, the company sucks. The comp plan didn't work. We all lost money. We didn't make anything. No one under us was making us enough money, blah, 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 blah. So now we're going to move to a company where the startup cost is $1,000, because I feel like the answers that they're giving aren't really true answers as to why it is that they moved to iGenius. They're just talking about, oh, we're not hateful. We're moving with love, and people aren't going to understand, and you need to have 5D vision, and you need to go on this road to that route that's going to take us this way. And we did this because of our heart and our mind, and we gave you guys everything, and y'all are just now like I can't even keep up. But if they would just tell people really why, I could understand the truth versus trying to understand this if I was in someone's downline.
You know, your heart, right? And this was a very, very heartbreaking decision. It kind of literally felt like I was going through a breakup. I cried. I literally bawled my eyes out. I was so stressed. And then one second I was happy, and the next second I was like in panic, and you know, I had all these different emotions. But one thing that I always remembered is that through every storm that I've been through in my life, I've always come out shining. And a lot of people avoid the storms, and a lot of people avoid these big, scary decisions because of comfortability. And if there's one thing I always preach about, it's that comfort doesn't grow, or nothing grows in your comfort zone. Now, obviously, I know that not everybody is going to understand this direction and this move. And, you know, a lot of people are acting out of emotions instead of logic.
Here she goes. Did they look at Jasmine's Instagram story, sit on their computer, and type out the notes word for word of what Jasmine said, and then put it next to their phone so that they could read word for word? Because that's what it seems like.
Biggest things in entrepreneurship, one of the number one things that stood out to me the most, especially if you work on your personal development, you know, is to learn how to separate your personal life from your business life. And, you know, with this move, like I said, not everybody is going to understand it, and some people will react negatively. Some people will, it doesn't matter if you're doing nothing with your life, or if you're, you know, impacting and creating massive success story, people are still going to hate. It's just how it is. But as long as you know that the hate that it's ever, any negativity that's ever projected onto you, it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them.
I can understand if someone is actually sending someone hate and they're just like, oh, you're ugly, you suck, your toe is too big, I don't like your nose, it's slanted to the left. Like, if someone's doing that, okay, like they got something going on. I don't know why they're being like that, why they're doing that. Because clearly, if we look at all of these women, they're gorgeous, they have good style, they have good, like, I would say even their hair looks good, their makeup always looks good. I think that all of these women are gorgeous women. So if someone's going after them like that, they lying, okay? Because these girls are really pretty and stuff like that. So that would be a little bit more of like, okay, they're just sending you hate. Or if they're doing death threats and things like that, that person needs to be blocked and their account needs to be taken down. That's my opinion on like death threats and everything. But people asking you to own up to what it is that you did, or to take accountability for something that you have done, in my opinion, is not hate. Because if I ever fuck up or say something that shouldn't have been said, or do something that maybe I didn't see as wrong, but other people have brought it up to me, and maybe I have had time to sit and think and look at the situation and be like, okay, fuck, that was wrong. I should own up to that, make a quick ass little video or whatever, and own up to that mistake. I'm not gonna look at those people and be like, they're just hateful human beings projecting whatever. No, they're literally just telling me, hey, I don't think what you said was right. Could you please like have a conversation with us about it? I think that's just someone telling you, hey, this is how I felt watching this. And they're giving you constructive criticism and expressing to you what it is that they feel when it comes to that constructive criticism. I don't think it is hate. So when I make my videos, I always do it, and I try and do it in a very constructive way where I can give like links and sources and give education and stuff like that, and hopefully help people. Because I know when I was in my MLM, I didn't know 90% of the things that I do now. I didn't know what income disclosure statements are, anything like that. So a lot of the times I'm going to come from a place that is a little bit more constructive and educational. So just because someone is constructive and educational doesn't mean that they're sending you hate or anything like that. So it just sucks to see that they think everything is hate, and that's going to cause them to not listen to anything that anybody is saying. When you think someone is being hateful towards you, you normally just block them and you never listen to it. And that's what happens in MLMs, is people get to the top and then they just block everybody, and they won't even give them the time of day. They won't listen to what it is that they're saying. They won't hear out someone's constructive criticism. They won't do that. So what ends up happening is in MLMs, they teach their downlines like, this is hate. Anyone who doesn't believe exactly what you're doing is right is hateful, blah, 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 blah. Or if someone's giving you constructive criticism, that's hate. And that causes people to put themselves in one bubble and only listen to one type of person. And it ends up having them control the information that it is that they're intaking, if that makes sense. So I feel like that's what happens in MLMs is these individuals just end up thinking everything is hateful, even if someone's coming from a good place. Like I know I believe my videos are always coming from a very compassionate and empathetic place. And I would want someone to come at me with compassion. So I try and come at others with compassion, even if not everybody deserves that compassion. I don't know what else to say. Like, I don't know how else to get it across that it's not hateful. It just sucks to see it in MLMs because they end up teaching their downlines that, and then no one will listen to you. No one will give you the time of day, and it keeps people in the MLM longer. It has them kick people out of their lives that they shouldn't because they are taught that those people just are hating on you and they don't want you to make money and they don't want you to be successful, etc. So what do you guys think about that?
And I really hope that you guys understand that type of projection. That being said, I feel like the right thing in my heart to do is not retaliate back, not bash back, but just to hope that they heal and send them love, because at the end of the day, that's what I project. Third thing that I'm excited to share is, yes, we are getting into the crypto world, which I'm super excited about. I've actually been interested in learning about crypto for the last year. I've been doing my own research, so I'm excited to move into this direction. One thing that I'm hearing is, oh, these shampoo girls are turning into fake crypto experts and da 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 da. But.
What did she say? What did she say? I could not. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to be mean, but that was funny. That was a good one.
But you know what? Like, I'm not an expert. I wasn't an expert on shampoo and skincare, but I knowledged myself enough to learn about it to help people. And that's the exact same direction that I'm taking here. I was the girl who didn't know much about crypto, and now I am excited to learn. Am I an expert? No. Am I gonna be an expert? Probably not, because it's all a learning experience. But what I love about this is that you don't need to be an expert to be successful in a type of industry like this. You just need to be coachable and willing to learn new things. The biggest reasons why I'm actually taking this direction is because I want to learn new things. And, you know, I chose this industry and partnered up with this specific company because, you know, I've made a lot of money as an entrepreneur. And financial literacy is not something that, you know, I was taught in school, or something that it's something that I want to learn a little bit more of. And obviously, in terms of where the world is headed and the crypto space, like, it's definitely new and exciting, and something that can teach me in terms of not only just generating wealth, but how to accumulate it, how to amplify it, and how to make my money work for me. Another thing I want to address quickly is that I've been having a lot of people say to me, well, you don't need to be in network marketing to trade or to do crypto. And, you know, I'm very aware of that. There's obviously so many people that have a product that they sell, that they market, that they make an income off of, that aren't in network marketing. But what network marketing is, it's a platform and it's a beautiful industry that allows entrepreneurs to boost themselves to see that success. So
am I listening to a robot, or am I just listening to Jasmine again, copy and pasted? Copy and pasted. Like, as I'm listening to her, I was looking at the other girl I was going to show, and I'm not even going to show her because she also says the same thing. So we'd just be listening to 4 or 5 people say the same thing Jasmine's saying. Okay, but let's keep listening.
And it's very focused on collaboration versus competition, which is something that I really admire.
Collaboration? I get what she's saying with MLMs are about collaboration, because in most of marketing companies, you cannot get up in the ranks. You cannot make more money. You cannot be that 6-figure top 0.1% earner unless you have a downline. So your downline has to work a set amount. They have to buy a certain amount of products. They have to add a certain amount of people to their downline. They have to work to boost the upline where the upline goes. So I guess if you're thinking collaboration, I guess that is a collaboration. Your downline doing stuff for you so that you can boost up. I guess that is collaboration, but no, it's 100% competition. It is 100% competition. It is, how can I get to the top? How can my people do better? And how can I do better than the person next to me? And the only reason, and this is just my opinion on uplines in general, not just WFABB, not just one MLM, I don't think uplines would help their downlines and do all of the trainings they do and host all of these group chats and message all of these people all day long and run these group pages and all of that if they did not benefit from their downline. Because if you could just sign up for an MLM, like I could sign up Becky, right? So I signed Becky up, but nothing Becky does makes a positive impact on me. For example, I don't make money off of Becky buying products. I don't make money off of Becky selling products. I don't make anything off of her. I just told Becky about, an MLM and then she joined. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be an MLM anymore if you don't benefit off of it, but you guys know what I'm saying. If it was a company where you didn't make any money or you didn't go up in rank because of your downline, you would not recruit anybody. You would not put any ounce of time and effort into that. But we have seen time and time again in MLMs, the only way for you to make money, and when I mean make money, I mean make profit, is to get to the top 0.1%. And the only way to do that is by getting access to more bonuses and incentives and stuff like that. And the only way to do that with most comp plans and MLMs is to recruit people and your recruits to do work. And what I mean by that again is for your recruits to make you volume. So if you guys ever hear people talking about volume is normally, and every MLM is kind of different with this. Most MLMs do it this way though, where volume is earned by your downline. So volume is earned by you signing people up. So your recruits will get you volume because of the products they sell or the products they buy when they join. Your downlines will get you volume because of the products that they buy and then the products they sell and also the people they recruit. So you will start earning a bunch of volume from the people under you, and the volume will be turned into a certain dollar amount at the end of the week or the end of the month. Some MLMs do where you accumulate a certain amount of volume for the month, like Q Sciences, and then you have other MLMs like Beachbody who every single week, based on your volume from your downlines, you make a certain amount of money in bonuses. So that's what I'm talking about, is if you didn't have all of these downlines to make you this volume and to buy products and to sell products and to sign people up, you wouldn't be making the volume you are, so you wouldn't be making the money that way. You also wouldn't be rank advancing or doing anything like that. So these people would not, and I'm not just talking about them, I'm just saying anybody would not ever help downlines or sign people up if you could only make money selling product. The only reason they say it's collaboration is because they need their downline. In MLMs, you need your downline. If you don't have a downline, you probably aren't making anything at the end of the day.
Well, guys, with that being said, I am super excited for this new business venture. And, crypto right now we're at a stage where a lot of people know about it, but don't know enough about it to get involved with it. And that's why I'm so excited for this journey, because I want to learn about how to invest my money. I want to learn how to generate money. I want to learn the skills that are going to basically be needed for the next 5, 10, 15 years of our future, because crypto is literally the future. That's where the world is going. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but I am definitely excited. My DMs are crazy. I have a lot of questions and a lot of people, asking for more information. So I'm going to drop the little question box below and you guys can drop an emoji here for additional information and I will get back to you as soon as I can. But other than that, stay tuned, guys.
So how many of you guys think that these individuals are getting a bunch of DMs and stuff, or are they just saying that so that people believe that? That's pretty much what she had to say, which I thought this individual and the person I was going to show after this, which I'm not even going to show because there's just no point of going over it if it's identical to what Jasmine said. I feel like she really copied word for word, and other people have, because I have the screen recordings of all of them. Let me know if you guys would want to see that. I just don't think you guys would. You guys don't like repetitiveness, okay? And I know that. I'd be reading all your comments. Or I try and read all of my comments. So there's one other thing, something that was sent to me the other day, and I also seen it on some AntiMLM Instagram accounts, was about Dre and stuff that she was posting. So we're going to look over it. It's just 40 seconds long. I thought I'd add it to this video. I was going to add it to MLM Fails in 2022, but it's relevant now. So this says, wake up with WFABB, #therapy talks. So I was confused by this, but apparently Dre does this thing with the WFABB team. She does therapy talks where she is the therapist in the talk with the team. Again, if you call something therapy talks, that's what I'm going to assume, that you are pretending to be a therapist and walking people through mental health stuff. So then if I go to the next slide, someone posted, Dre, I really needed this therapy talk, and it has other people, which I'll be blurring. And then here's the video. Let's listen.
Are not responsible for their actions. You're always responsible for your actions, but having a level of compassion is how we can start making this world a better place, right? Because the only way that we can heal people is with love.
Stem from anything. It is just an emotional wound, meaning your mom could have been super busy working on her phone and on the phone, and you could have went up to her and be like, Mom, play dolls with me. And she was like, no, I'm busy right now, I can't play. Even if she said it in a nice tone, I said it in a kind of little bit of attitude, but even if she said it in a nice tone, that could have opened up an emotional wound for you that, hey, my mom doesn't want to play with me because she doesn't love me because I'm not good enough.
So let's actually read the screen here because this part made me mad. Someone reposted her and said, love this morning topic. And she was kind of talking about trauma as a child. And she reposted it and said, childhood trauma can be from the most simple things. So that's why you need to lead with love. And then here, I forgot I had this one. There's one more and then we'll talk about that.
Someone who had killed someone ended up going through healing and becoming one of his greatest students. Right? And that's because we showed them love. Now, I'm not saying that people are not responsible for their actions. You're always responsible for your actions, but having a level of compassion is how we can start making this world a better place, right? Because the only way that we can heal people is with.
Okay, so she's talking about love and compassion and childhood trauma. I just want to know, for the 50 to 70 people that were on this call, because every couple minutes it kind of changed and went back and forth. It was like 56 and 66, whatever. What makes this person qualified to give talks about childhood trauma and calls it the therapy talk? So this is why when I talk about MLMs, I talk about the fact that there's a lot of emotional manipulation. It's really interesting when you start looking at like the psychology behind everything, which I haven't done, but I actually seen a recent YouTube channel pop up that does. I will link them down below, but I haven't because I'd like to go for my master's first before I really start diving into psychology conversations. I just want to know what really gives MLM reps that qualification to go into the mental health realm and to talk about childhood trauma and all of this stuff. I find it wildly inappropriate, but I would love to know what you guys have to think down below. I thought I would add that in here. Being someone who loved to be a counselor / therapist in the future, I was not happy seeing that. I'm already not happy with the fact that MLMs allow non-experts to pretend to be experts. And with a lot of MLMs, you can hurt people in a negative way. For example, in health and wellness MLMs, I've had a lot of people say that that's how they got their eating disorders or disordered eating, or they started having very bad body image issues. That's what we're seeing when non-experts join these companies. And these companies allow that to happen because they'll just let anybody join. They really don't care as long as you have like a social security number. If you live in the US and you're over 18, they'll let you join. I'd love to know what you guys have to think down below, or what you guys have to say down below. Let me know what you think down below. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in Friday's video.